Hey, it's Allie Edwards and welcome to December Daily. This is day 6, and one of the notes that I had to myself for my album this year was do a photo that goes across both pages. So I wanted to try this. This is one that I took on a walk this morning, or when I walked outside my house. I did it in black and white. I kind of just want to see what it looks like. I have another photo that I could use for this. I kind of like the quietness of this photo. Like, I feel like that's kind of how my December has started. I had a post on my Instagram feed, not the December Daily one, just my regular one, talking about how I am really working on, saying yes to the things that matter and saying no to the things that don't matter, and just keeping it quiet and cozy this season so far. So that was the image that went along, or the text that went along with this photo that I shared today. So I wanted to kind of just play around with what does it look like, the full thing. So the way that I measured it out is it's 14 inches wide total, and I want to have it go across both. So I'm going to cut it at 7, which is basically the size of each one of these pages. It's going to still go into the rings. So let's see, we just want to go to 7 here. And that's about right down the middle, where we'll end up something like this. So we'll see what I think about it once I get it on there. I have, like I said, I have another photo that I could try to as well and see if that works. It's about 4 1/4, I think is what the height is, maybe a little bit less than that. I'm trying to see if I have hard to see. Trying to get it in the right spot there. So it would be, one side would be here. I'm still planning on using the pocket page, and then obviously I'm gonna have to put something on the other side too, because I could have started it on that day, and I could wait to do it a different day in the future. I may do it again, whatever. So I'll have to add something to the back side of this one, just because it'll be a blank page. So I'll just find something to add there. Let's see how this ends up, how I like it. All right, so step 1 is that. So let's go ahead, punch holes. They're definitely not the same width, so I will adjust that a little bit. One thing I did consider too was using this as a guide and kind of rounding it off a little bit on the edge. I'm gonna try that and just see. This is just messing around. So this was part of a die cut page pack, and it was a big full circle. But I'm just gonna use it. I'm not using it in that way, obviously, because it wouldn't fit in my album that way. So let's just see what this looks like. Okay, so there's going to be holes will be punched in the middle. And this is mainly like just to have a little bit of variation in the actual photo itself, right, and how it's placed on the page. I don't really care so much if these two aren't exactly lined up, because you're going to be looking at them at the same time anyway. Let's see. And then to punch holes, kind of get that in the middle there. Okay, so this is what this would look like. And I think that's cool. So I'm gonna try playing around with this. I think that what I want to do is I think I want this on the inside, but I think that I just want like 2 of them. So I'm gonna cut this too. I just love that I can cut out page protectors. Like that's one of my most favorite things. And I can put, this one I had put on top of a piece of plastic, and it just has those fun letter stickers, the alpha stickers. And then I'm gonna just trim this off here. So then this can still be in the middle of the page. And I'm gonna see if I have enough of these. I kind of want to put like quiet and cozy or something like that, or quiet early December, something. That's what I'm going to think about next. Like I don't feel like I need a full story here. I could put just a little story, and maybe I'll put, I'll type up what I put on my Instagram post and I'll just put it on here for that. Again, I'm going to need something back here, and this may just be some sort of intro to the day. I'm thinking as I'm talking because I literally don't know exactly what I want to do yet. But I love the idea of putting some of these letters on here to say, you know, spell out something. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep thinking that through, and then I'll jump back on here. All right, so I did decide to go ahead with taking my journaling that was from my Instagram post that had a version of this photo, and it just says something about, you know, making time for the things that matter and forgetting about the rest of it. And I made it in Photoshop, used the black background with white type on it. And then I'm using the gold alphabet, the puffy alphabet from the main kit, which is just, I love it so much. So hopefully we'll make more of these. And adding cozy and quiet onto the actual image itself. Sorry that my head is in the way. My camera is mounted to the ceiling, and so I'm always kind of like right there. Anyway, you get to see it in little bits and pieces. I ended up needing to make a Q into an O, so I cut off that part of the Q. I like how it's, you know, repeating the same numbers that I used for the number 6. The other thing that I did need to do then is to do something on the back side of this image that I put in there. And I kind of thought about stamping. I thought about doing something more decorative, but in the end, I just grabbed one of the pattern papers from the Paisley Press mini kit, and it's one that says calm. I think it says all is calm or something like that. It's white with the black circles, and I liked that because it was also still black and white, kind of going along with the theme of this story for the day. And my main goal was really just to cover that up. I took one of the chipboard circles that was from the Advent calendar a couple days ago, and then I'm also adding on a metal piece that was included that was an add-on to our Stories by the Month subscription this past month, and it says the story of this day, and that's what I added onto there. The last thing I wanted to do here, I did add a quote to the back of that. I printed just a quote about simplicity, and then I also took one of the pieces of transparency, cut that, and then slipped that inside the Avery Index tab. I wanted the tab because that's just an easy way to move things, but I also wanted it to be transparent.